Good morning, my dear students. Ninth standard, subject Science 2, chapter number 7, Energy Flow in an Ecosystem. In the last lecture, we have seen food chain, food wave, the energy pyramid, and today we are going to discuss about biogeochemical cycle, which we have seen in last lecture also. Few parts remaining of this topic, which today we are going to discuss about it. Okay, I hope you all have done homework which I have given to you, as I have given to you to draw this diagram of biogeochemical cycle and then distinguish and all, and few other parts also I have given you as a homework. Okay, now today we are going to discuss about the carbon cycle. Obviously you may have heard about this word, that is carbon. What is carbon and what is carbon cycle, how it comes in our environment, all these concepts we have to study in this topic. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna reading this topic. Listen carefully. The circulation and recycling of carbon from the atmosphere to living organisms and after their death back to the atmosphere is called the carbon cycle. What is the meaning of carbon cycle? I'm going to show you a quick video of carbon cycle. Listen carefully the words. After that I will explain you in detail with our theory. Okay?
We just do what we always do. Wake up, breathe air, and do a lot of stuff. We don't appreciate things sometimes, but for now, let's appreciate carbon. Pretty random, right? Why all of a sudden bring it up? Well, without carbon, there would be no life on Earth. It might be familiar because we might have heard of carbon dioxide. Isn't it bad for us? Well, let's explore why this carbon is so important to us. Carbon is one of the most important elements to the living things. All living organisms have carbon as the basis for life because at some point, we are all made of carbon. That's why we are sometimes called carbon-based life forms. Carbon is also found in some non-living things. Carbon is found in you, in the ground, and even in the air. Fun fact, learners, did you know how much carbon is in the human body? Well, it actually makes up about 18% of the human body. So if you weigh 100 kilos, then you have 18 kilos of carbon in you. Since our topic is the carbon cycle, you might think it is using carbon and recycling it after. You're not wrong in that case. Now you might have heard of atoms, but don't believe them because they make up everything. That was a joke. Well, in fact, they do make up literally everything. Everything in the world is made up of atoms. They are the smallest thing there is. Carbon atoms are one of them, and if you combine a lot of carbon atoms, they form carbon. Now, some carbon atoms, although we cannot see them, are moving around non-stop. That's because carbon atoms are used by all sorts of processes on our planet. Processes like putting carbon into the atmosphere or taking it out. So basically, the carbon cycle is the process of how carbon travels from living things to non-living things. Now there are some ways how carbon travels around the world. Let's look at a basic example. Carbon dioxide is always present in the atmosphere. Part of it has some carbon in it, and the other part is oxygen. Plants use carbon dioxide from the air to make food. Then some animals eat those plants that have carbon in it. Sometimes we eat the animals, and then we fart. That fart is also a form of carbon dioxide. So there we go, the carbon was returned to the atmosphere. A simple carbon cycle.
I hope you all have seen the video. In the video I feel like you all have understood what is carbon, how it comes from. Okay, so it is carbon comes from carbon dioxide. Presence of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere or anything, a substance which is there anywhere the carbon is presence of carbon is there. Likewise, if your body, in the body, if you are 100 kilos, if your body weight is of 100 kilos, then 18% carbon present in your body. That means I want to say you that everywhere presence of carbon is there. Okay, how it comes in our body, so I have shown you in the video part also how we are having foods, how we are having like a fart process and all. Everywhere the carbon dioxide comes over there. So I want to tell you the carbon cycle. Meaning of carbon cycle is the circulation and recycling. Obviously you must have seen circulation and recycling process of carbon cycle. Carbon from the atmosphere. Carbon from the atmosphere. How carbon comes from atmosphere? Obviously I have shown you in the video part also. Carbon dioxide, presence of carbon dioxide is there in the atmosphere, and we are taking that carbon in the from the atmosphere to our body for living organism it needed, and after their death back to the atmosphere. So is called carbon cycle. So we can say abiotic carbon atoms are circulated and recycled into biotic family from mainly through the photosynthesis and respiration. What is the meaning of this? What is abiotic and biotic? Abiotic means the things which are present in our atmosphere, like your earth, lithosphere, hydrosphere, all these things comes in abiotic. And what is biotic? Obviously the living things, animals, human beings and all. So through the atmosphere carbon dioxide comes to us, and after that it is going to back to the in the atmosphere again. Who? Carbon. Okay, so we can say this through the photosynthesis and respiration process carbon is going to become circulated, because through the sunlight energy plants are taking carbon dioxide and they are making oxygen through it. So these things is happening in the photosynthesis only. Okay, so hence the carbon cycle is one of the important biogeochemical cycles. Carbon is one of the important biogeochemical cycle. Now here one cycle you can observe here. See, this is your carbon cycle. So this is fossil fuel, which is, see, this is biotic carbon. Plants convert carbon dioxide into carbohydrates by the process of photosynthesis. We all have seen this concept in your previous grade. Okay, similarly they produce carbon compounds like proteins, fats too. Herbivores feed upon plants. Carnivores feed upon herbivores. Obviously we have seen these steps in food web and all. In this way biotic carbon is transported from plants to herbivores, from herbivores to carnivores, and from carnivores to apex consumers like decomposers and all. So this is the cycle which is of carbon cycle. You can observe sunlight energy, then biotic carbon, then biotic decomposition, then absorption in water. This you can observe here, respiration in animals, respiration in plants, and this will be CO2 from factories. CO2 means carbon dioxide is coming out from the factories also, and this carbon dioxide is taken by trees and they are making oxygen with the in the presence of photosynthesis, in the presence of sunlight. So we can say it as plants convert carbon dioxide into carbohydrates by the process of photosynthesis, This is the chemical reaction of carbon cycle. So listen and see this. Main process in carbon cycle: 6 times of carbon dioxide plus 20 times of hydrogen water. H2O is water. In the presence of sunlight it will create C6H12O6, and 6 times of water and 6 times of oxygen is releasing in the air. That means plants are making oxygen. And next is this glucose. C6H12O6 plus 6 times of oxygen, and the process is mitochondria. 6 times of carbon dioxide is releasing, and hydrogen is water is also there, which is H2O, and plus energy is releases. So eventually after that all types of consumer are decomposed, and by composers like bacteria and fungi, and carbon dioxide is released again into the atmosphere. You must have seen after getting death of any animal, very bad smells comes out from it, so the carbon dioxide, some like carbon dioxide releasing from it. Okay, so that is the process of decomposing. Okay, and then this we can say atmosphere, and used it by again living organism. In this way carbon is continuously passed from one living organism to another. So after death of living organism, carbon goes to the atmosphere and again taken up by living organism itself. Next topic is the oxygen cycle. How we have seen carbon cycle, in the similar manner there will be oxygen cycle. As we all know, in the atmosphere, you must have studied in your 6th standard, the presence of oxygen in the atmosphere is 21% only, and remaining will be nitrogen, carbon dioxide, all these things are there. Air is a mixture of this gases, I can say. So we can say oxygen forms 21% of the atmosphere. Okay, it is also present in the hydrosphere and lithosphere. Hydrosphere means in water, lithosphere means in earth. Circulation and recycling of oxygen within the biosphere is called the oxygen cycle. In this circulation, we can say in the biosphere, circulation of oxygen of cycle in biosphere is called as oxygen cycle. This cycle too includes both the biotic and abiotic components. Now we are very clear with the word biotic and abiotic. Oxygen is continuously produced as well as used up in the atmosphere. Obviously we are breathing because of oxygen is there. Obviously every living thing is breathing due to oxygen. If oxygen is not there, then we will get die. So here is the cycle of the same. You can observe this diagram, very interesting diagram you can observe here. If you'll see carefully, you will get a very nice idea for oxygen cycle. So plants produce oxygen. We all know that plants produce oxygen due to photosynthesis in the presence of sunlight. Then animals breathe in oxygen, then breakdown of sugar molecules by animals, and animals give out carbon dioxide. Plants absorb carbon dioxide and produce food material. So in this way again plants produce oxygen, and then again animals breathe oxygen, breakdown of sugar molecules by animals. Animals give out carbon dioxide, again plants absorb carbon dioxide. So this is the cycle which is going on continuously. So oxygen is highly reactive and readily reacts with other elements and components, as oxygen is found in various forms like molecular oxygen O2, in water H2O. Carbon dioxide also has a part of oxygen. So inorganic compounds, etc. The oxygen cycle of the biosphere is extremely complex. Oxygen is released in the process of photosynthesis, whereas it is used up in processes like respiration, combustion, decomposition, corrosion, rusting, etc. If you see the chemical reaction of all these things, so there is a need of oxygen. Without oxygen, the fire also can't happen. Okay, for the firing we need oxygen. Nowadays you all are hearing about oxygen. Likewise, the coronavirus is there, it affects on humans respiratory system. Because of that, the human is not able to take oxygen properly, and we have to provide the oxygen from outside. You may have heard also that oxygen cylinders we needed for a patient, it is going from this city to that city. On that city, a specific city, oxygen cylinders are not there in the hospital. Because of that, people are dying. So you all have heard this situation nowadays. So you know that how much oxygen is important. And oxygen, we are learning the same, we are learning the oxygen cycle which is present in our biosphere. Okay, so our part is oxygen cycle. I just want to tell you the cycle present in our atmosphere. So we are studying about the cycle in the biosphere. So this is the part only. This is the quick video of oxygen cycle. For breathing we need oxygen. Why do we need breathe out and breathe in? We are taking in oxygen, and we are, while exhaling, the carbon dioxide coming out. So this is respiration process. Oxygen we are taking in out, and carbon dioxide we are exhaling. Inhale and exhale. So presence of oxygen in our atmosphere on Earth, it is 21% on Earth.
Is so good at balancing things. That's why there is a process called oxygen cycle. So what is the oxygen cycle? Basically, it's about using and recycling oxygen without you noticing. It's a biogeochemical cycle about the movement of oxygen throughout the Earth's three main reservoirs: the lithosphere or the land, the hydrosphere or the waters, and the atmosphere or the air. There's quite a number of processes where oxygen is produced or used up. Fun fact, learners, did you know that oxygen also occurs in other colors other than being colorless? That's right, some of the colors are red, pink, orange, and black. And there is even a form of oxygen that looks like metal. Oxygen is produced by the plants, and some of it is produced when sunlight reacts with water vapor in the atmosphere. On the other hand, oxygen is used up during respiration or when we breathe. It's also used up during decomposing or decaying of plants and animals. Combustion or burning also uses up oxygen along with heat and fuel. These processes use up oxygen and releases carbon dioxide into the air. Lastly, the rusting or oxidation uses up oxygen.
The video which I have shown you, that is about our oxygen cycle only. It was quick video in which you can understand very clearly how oxygen cycle is there and how it is important in our life. Now the next topic is nitrogen cycle. Nitrogen forms 78%, sorry, it is 78%, that is the maximum portion of the atmosphere. In the atmosphere, the maximum portion of the air is nitrogen presence. It is necessary for the maintenance of cycle of nature, the circulation and recycling of nitrogen gas into the form of different compounds through various biotic and abiotic processes in nature is called nitrogen cycle. In our atmosphere, 21% is of oxygen and 78% is of nitrogen. Okay, so the very maximum portion in the atmosphere is nitrogen. This kind of question will be there in your MCQs also. Okay, what is the percent rate of nitrogen in the atmosphere? So you should know the idea of the percent level of the nitrogen. Okay, it is necessary for the maintenance of cycle of nature, the circulation and recycling of nitrogen gas into the form of different compounds through various biotic and abiotic processes in nature is called nitrogen cycle. Nitrogen we can represent with N2. You can observe here N, NH4, ammonia, NO2, NO3, NH3, everywhere presence of nitrogen is there. And this is the nitrogen cycle. All organisms participate in the nitrogen cycle. It is an important component of proteins and nucleic acids. As compared to other elements, it is inactive and does not easily combine with another elements. Most organisms cannot use the free form of oxygen. Like most organisms cannot use the free form of oxygen. Nitrogen means they cannot use directly nitrogen. Important process of the nitrogen cycle is nitrogen fixation, conversion of nitrogen into the nitrate and nitrites through atmospheric, industrial and biological processes. There is a conversion of nitrates and nitrites through the atmospheric. Ammonification, release of ammonia through decomposition of dead bodies and excretory waste of organisms. Like through the ammonification means ammonia NH3 that we have to the process is there, ammonification. In that we have to release the ammonia through the decomposition of dead bodies. Nitrification, conversion of ammonia into nitrate and then nitrate. This is the chemical process. Denitrification, conversion of nitrogen compounds into gaseous nitrogen. Like whatever the nitrogen compounds are there, we can convert them into gas form, gaseous nitrogen. Okay, this process is called as denitrification. Here is the quick video of nitrogen cycle. Nitrogen is the important essential element for all living organisms by the synthesis of amino acid, proteins, enzymes, etc. What happens if there is no nitrogen? Root system and plant growth are stunted. Older leaves turns yellow. Decrease in crop production. Soil microorganisms life become dangerous. In atmosphere, its concentration is 78%. The circulation or cyclic movement of nitrogen from the atmosphere, physical or abiotic component to soil, biotic component, and back into the atmosphere is known as nitrogen cycle. Nitrogen cycle. First, nitrogen fixation, nitrogen assimilation, ammonification, nitrification, denitrification. Plants cannot utilize atmospheric nitrogen, so it should be converted into utilizable forms such as ammonia. First, nitrogen fixation. This is the first step of nitrogen fixation. Conversion of atmospheric nitrogen into ammonia for living organism is known as nitrogen fixation. This process is carried out by leguminous plants such as groundnut. Even some bacteria can fix atmospheric nitrogen. Example of bacteria: Azotobacter, Clostridium, Rhizobium, Nostoc and Anabaena. Nitrogen assimilation. The process of absorbing nitrates and ammonia into organic nitrogen is known as nitrogen assimilation. This organic nitrogen is transferred into animals' body when plants are eaten by animals. Next is ammonification. The process of converting organic nitrogen into ammonia when animals die is known as ammonification. It is also known as mineralization. This word is not there in your textbook. we are having only ammonification. So keep it in your mind, ammonification. This process was carried out by some saprophytes like fungi and bacteria. Ammonia is also produced from volcanic eruptions and excretory products of animals. Next is nitrification. The bacteria which is involved in nitrification is known as nitrifying bacteria. Ammonia is first converted into nitrites. Example, Nitrococcus, Nitrosomonas. Nitrites are converted into nitrates. Example, Nitrobacter. Next, denitrification. Nitrates are converted into molecular nitrogen through nitric oxide, is known as denitrification in order to maintain the equilibrium of nitrogen in the atmosphere. Bacteria which are involved in denitrification are known as denitrifying bacteria. Example, Thiobacillus denitrificans, Pseudomonas denitrificans, and Micrococcus denitrificans. Here I stop my lecture, and the question answer form I'll give you in next lecture. Thank you.